Hey everybody, Kevin from MechanicalAdvantage.com. I wanted to give you a little update from the garage one more time. Hopefully the first thing you noticed today is that my audio is a little better. I bought, for the GoPro, I bought some wireless audio rigs called the Rode Go Wireless 2. So I've got it clipped on right here. Unfortunately, the little lavalier mic hasn't arrived yet, so I'm just using the unit itself. You can find a lot of information about these on YouTube if you want to look it up. I'll put an Amazon link to the product that I bought so you can see what it is that I'm looking at. And I'll just kind of move a little closer so that you can see the little microphone unit that you can put on your person. It comes with two of them, and I'm using one of them right now for the first time, so hopefully the microphone is doing a good job of picking up my audio. Second thing I wanted to talk about is a company that is selling tools that I think could be helpful for a lot of people with machines like Siles and other machines, frankly, beyond that. But the website for these tools is bt30tools.com. I'm gonna I'll splice in a video of doing some test cuts on the machine. The Sile guys came here back in May, and we spent a little time out in the garage running some things, understanding the machine better with their technicians, stuff like that. And of course, we made some cuts while they were here. So Curtis, who is the owner of bt30tools.com, brought a couple of tools to play with while he came up here. So let's take a look at those. The first is these tool holders that he stocks. So pretty interesting, pretty reasonably priced, pretty high quality. They're you can get more information from Curtis's website, but they do something where they cryogenically freeze these and then normalize them to kind of get everything, all the crystals lined up and whatever after the machining process. So that's one of the, I know, the claims of fame on this particular holder. So pretty inexpensively priced, pretty high quality when we put the tense indicator on it and did some run out tests on the mill. So pretty happy with this. Now I didn't buy this one. Curtis did bring this up with him when he came and we were doing some of those test cuts, and he left it here. The second thing is, here is the cutter that we were using while he was here. Now I just have this one in the Shars tool holder, and you might be saying like, wait a minute, why are you using the Shars tool holder if you just have this other tool holder? I didn't have the right spanner wrench to tighten it up, so we went and used this Shars tool holder to actually do the cutting. The impressive thing about this cutter for me is that when we were making the program, we machined a small part. I'll show you what it is. Here's the part, what it looks like, what we machined, just a kind of a test block. When we cut that, Curtis asked me if I would run that cut with only an air blast. And I told him I would do it for the outside contour, but I wasn't gonna do it for the 2D adaptive. And then he kind of said right before we run it, like, it'll be okay. Can you just run it without the coolant on there? Just air? And I said, you sure it's gonna be okay? And he said it's gonna be okay. So we did it, and I was pleasantly surprised about how there was no chip welding and what a good job this tool did. They're really inexpensively priced, in my opinion, compared to a lot of the other carbide. It seemed nice, high quality from the cuts that I did, so I'll definitely be looking at doing more with these cutters from him. I also bought a face mill from him, and I did buy that one at full price. So I bought it right from his website, and it should be here this next week, so you'll get to see some of that cutting. It's a 2-inch face mill with inserts for steel and aluminum, so it's gonna be nice to have. Right now I'm just using an 1.25 inch shear hog, so getting that 2-inch face mill will be sort of nice to have. I wanted to show a couple other things that have happened now. It's been, I don't know, a couple months since I've been actually running parts on the mill. And one day I was in a hurry while I was making these bottle openers that you'll see in a future video, and something wasn't quite right, and I didn't want to wait for the tool to change and come back. So I thought I hit the reset button in the program before it got to the tool change part of the program, but I didn't. It was already in the tool change program, and I hit reset on the machine. That's a really bad thing to do. I had a mess on my hands. So one of the things I get asked a lot about is how is support on the Siles? And let me tell you that my support experience was pretty great. A guy named George from the UK was able to hop online and help me. He was able to get the tool changer unstuck and kind of that part corrected. And then later on, he hopped on a call with me to show me how to change the tool change height that I had an issue with after the little mishap. I didn't break anything, it didn't hurt anything, it just got things screwed up for a little bit. So that's one of those things that kind of stunk. But George has got me all sorted, back in business, and been making parts, and you're gonna see more of those parts on this channel coming up. So I'm gonna switch over and show you some of the things that have happened on the machine as well. All right, I am over on the machine, and one of the very first test pieces I did, you can see that I put a hell of a ding in my really nice Mlock vise. Really loving this vise so far. It's been great. You can see I was running bottle openers, first side, second side, switching around. And on the very first speed vise handle that I ever did test cuts on, I hit the vise with the cutter, even though I was super careful to make sure the cutter was going to miss the jaw. So what happened? What happened was I checked everything, but that center section right there, the little wedge section that's sticking up, that needs to be below the jaw. So that needs to be down below. Let's see if I can get my camera focused on it. That needs to be down below that surface right there. And I was above that surface, and so when the cutter came around, it just ate the jaw. So that stunk. Alex is gonna help me out. He's got another center section coming. I'll get that changed out, no big deal. Just one of those little battle scars that didn't even hurt my shear hog. It simply threw a lot of sparks, and I had to change the inserts, and we were good to go. Last thing I wanna talk about is, I may not be putting out a lot of machine content right now, but more machining content is coming. If you're looking for some machining content to watch, I want to send you over to my friend Aaron Powder's channel. So he's got two channels, DCT Solutions AU, and he's also got a channel for more manual machining that he calls Aaron Engineering. So you should head over to the Aaron Engineering channel and check out the things that he's doing. He does lots of manual machining, things like that. And one of the other things that he specializes in, I'll be sending him this, is he uses a lot of these things on the channel. I'm going to send him a fresh batch. Yep. He likes to do manual drawing and puts leeches on people to help cure their conditions and things like that. So if you're into the manual stuff and want to see more manual projects instead of all CNC all the time, I'll put a link or a card to Aaron's channel, and make sure you head over there and check out, and you might get to see him do a little bloodletting with leeches over on the channel instead of practicing modern medicine or CNC. So anyway, Aaron's a great guy. Hopefully he gets a kick out of this joke. And as always, thanks for watching, and look for more machining videos coming up really soon.